So, when you see a homeless person, what emotions do you feel? Do you feel sorry for them? Do you feel sympathy? Do you give them money? Or do you feel nothing? Are you numb to it? Or do you feel anger, right? If you pull up to a 7-Eleven, you see a homeless guy there, do you feel a little hostility because you just want to go in there and get your $2 soda, but now you know it's going to cost you $3 or $4 because you're going to give this guy a couple of bucks, right? What goes through your mind? Because I grew up in a major city, right? I grew up in San Francisco. So I've seen homelessness all my life, especially these days. Now, living in LA, especially during COVID, we had a lot of homelessness going on in my old neighborhood in Sherman Oaks, California, where I've never seen a homeless person until the COVID, right? Now they've cleaned them all out. But some people who've never really experienced people who are homeless or dealt with a lot of homeless people, they tend to just feel natural human empathy for them, right? That's just natural. And back in the day, I used to feel empathy for them, right? I still do in certain cases. It just depends, okay? However, when I see a homeless person these days, 99% of the time, I do not feel sorry for them, right? 99% of the time, I am a little annoyed by them, right? And it's not because I'm a dick or anything like that. It's because I know the story, right? I know the story behind 99% of them, okay? I'm not talking about the 1% out there that, and it really is only 1%, that happened to hit some sort of like bad luck in life where they lost everything and they need some help, right? I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about 99% of the homeless people out there that you see on the street, that you see panhandling, that you see constantly struggling to get by. These are usually people who burned a lot of people as friends, family members, okay, colleagues, borrowed money, never paid it back, stole things from them, okay, made promises that they never kept, okay, didn't take their job seriously, weren't responsible, didn't put money away when they had money, right? They spent money frivolously. They lived hedonistically, right? Many times they engaged in drugs, alcohol, never got help, never fixed themselves, just kept relying on people's generosity to get by. Then it got to a point where they burned through everyone in their social circle and nobody trusted them to loan them any more money, and they couldn't turn to anybody else. Nobody else would give them anything of any resources. And now they are homeless and they're out there panhandling to strangers, right? Hoping these strangers who don't know them will whip out, reach in their pockets and give them some money. That is 99% of the homeless people out there, right? And of course, there are a lot of these homeless people out there who are, who have mental health issues, right? Who are schizophrenic. Definitely you see those homeless people out there, right? You ever walk by like homeless people and, you don't know them from Adam, and then they start yelling stuff at you, or they start yelling insults at you, right? They start trying to, engage with you and create conflict because they need that mental stimulation because they're crazy, right? Those people, yeah, I definitely feel sympathy for them. They need help, right? They need help. They need they need our help, right? They need our resources that we are giving to our government. So instead of sending $100 billion to a different country, how about we help some of these people? I'd be down for that, especially veterans, right? Veterans should be first. People who served our country, right? Whenever I see a veteran out there, I have automatic respect for that person because that is, they are really putting their lives on the line for our freedom that many of us take for granted, right? So when it comes to most homeless people, though, that's not the situation. And if you've ever been homeless, or especially if you've known somebody who's been homeless, you can relate, right? You can relate to what I'm saying, right? And again, I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything about it. I'm just being real, right? I'm having a real conversation with you from somebody who was born and raised in a major city, San Francisco, California, which is right now is known for its homelessness. There's a lot of homelessness going on in my old city, San Francisco. Right? However, it's not like they paint the picture like on Fox News or anything like that or anywhere else. Where I think I was watching like Tucker Carlson segment. I usually like Tucker, but sometimes he just kind of misconstrues things. And he was saying that, homelessness is everywhere in San Francisco and needles everywhere. You can't go anywhere in the city of SF and without seeing, some homeless dude pooping on the street. Well, not necessarily. Homelessness in San Francisco is really relegated to downtown San Francisco, right? Mostly by the Tenderloin. That's where you're going to see most of this. You're not going to see it in the nicer areas of San Francisco, like St. Francis Woods. You won't see a single homeless person there. I mean, these are like $5 to $10 million homes. Believe me, you could walk around there, not a single homeless person, no needles or anything like that. But you go to downtown San Francisco, yes, you will see plenty of that just every step of the way. Right, just avoid downtown San Francisco. Right, my parents live out by the Cliff House. Right, do I see homeless people out there when I go visit my parents? No homeless people out there either. Again, they're all situated in downtown San Francisco. However, in other states, so they seem to be everywhere. Like some people always ask me, why didn't you move to Vegas? Why did you get out of California? And I'm like, a lot of the reasons, because a lot of these vagrants, a lot of these homeless dudes that panhandle out there, they're everywhere. I mean, even if you go to nice neighborhoods like Summerlin or Henderson in Vegas, which I did check out, you could buy $1 million home out there in a gated community, walk outside that gated community, and randomly there will be like homeless people, just not as populated as it is like by the Strip, but there are speckles of homeless people still walking around, even like by the nice neighborhood. So I'm like, yeah, no, I don't like this. At least in California, I mean, you can kind of escape it just by staying away from, the metropolitan areas like Los Angeles or San Francisco. I mean, I lived in Sherman Oaks, and I didn't see any homeless people out there, except during the pandemic, but they cleaned all those people out. Regardless, when it comes to homeless people, not to get back to the point and drive it home, most of them you should just not feel, well, first of all, let me say this. You should not give them money, right? Because, and especially these days, there are a lot of scammers out there that you'll see, and you'll see a lot of women pretending to be homeless these days too, right? Comment below if you've seen women lately out there by the mall, or just, somewhere where there's like a lot of people that are middle class with, decent incomes shopping on the weekend. The mom will have a sign out there, and sometimes these people will even bring their kid out there, which is, to me, is child abuse, right? To get the people to feel sorry, like, oh, my kid, oh my gosh, we need help, give us money. And they'll have this sign, and you can tell they're just scamming, right? You can tell these people have decent clothes on. They're not like dirty or anything. They're not, you can tell that they have a roof over their heads. They're not really homeless. They're just taking advantage of people's naivete, put it that way. Right? However, when it comes to homeless people, if you've been homeless, you know where I'm coming from, right? I mean, I've been homeless, right? Not to the extent where I'm living in a cardboard box or anything like that, but I've gotten to scary points in my life where I couldn't put a roof over my head, right? And I lived in my car for a little bit, right? Not that long, a few months, but even then, I was like, the thing is, when you're homeless, you should be spending every second of the day working on not being homeless, right? And that's exactly what I did. This is why I never stayed homeless, for too long, for more than a few months, right? And it really only happened, I want to say, probably twice in my entire life. Being an adult. Hasn't happened in a whole long time, right? Because it does build character too when you lose everything, right? And you are forced to really challenge yourself, to just get to a level where you can afford to have some type of home, right? Some type of shelter. And that's the thing is, we live in a first, well, I'm in the United States, so I'm in a first world country, right? And most of these people are homeless. It's like, give me a break, dude. You got 2 hands, 2 feet, 2 eyeballs. You're not handicapped. You're not in a wheelchair. You're not crazy. You look normal. You're not really, what's the problem, right? You can't get a job at In-N-Out. You can't get a job at McDonald's. I mean, really, in the major cities, especially California, there's no excuse to be homeless, man. In-N-Out, literally in San Francisco, In-N-Out, you know what they pay minimum wage? $22 an hour. Give me a break. You can't go down to In-N-Out and flip hamburgers. Right? You can't get a minimum wage job. Again, $22. That's what they were paying. I don't know what it is now, what the minimum wage is, but it's up there, man. It's around $20. You can't do that. You're gonna sit out here and panhandle because you don't want to have to wake up or show up to a job and cook French fries and work a decent 8-hour shift. No. Right? It's hard to feel bad for these people, especially in a first world country. Different if you're in a third world country where people are sucking on rocks. Yeah, I feel bad for those people, right? And because a lot of people will say, well, it says in the Bible, man, say you're Catholic, dude. It says in the Bible, you got to help the less fortunate. It's got to help the less fortunate, rich man. It's like, well, yeah, when you say the less fortunate, I don't consider people living in a first world country that, are perfectly healthy less fortunate, dude. Give me, cry me a river, right? We all hit a bad patch in life. We all go through times where, it's a little rough. We might have lost our job. We might have been laid off. We might have gotten hit with some kind of bill or something crazy that we couldn't afford to pay. And, we're down on the dumps. But that's the time where, you have to pull yourself back up by your bootstraps and make something happen. And it builds character, right? But a lot of people who end up going homeless are not people who are willing to pull themselves up by their bootstraps or willing to get out there and go apply at McDonald's or In-N-Out or Chick-fil-A or anything like that. No, they're just like, my friend has money. Oh, my cousin has money. Let me ask him. They're naive. They'll give me money. And they'll just keep burning through all these favors. Let me go live with, my brother. Let me go live with, my aunt or something. She'll let me stay there. And then they go move in with these people like family members. And again, they just burn right through them. They take full advantage of them. They eat their food. They start complaining about their food. They start complaining about, this couch that I'm sleeping on for free. Oh, it's not good for my back. Don't you have a pillow? They start getting entitled, right? And that's how these people end up just destroying relationships with many of their family members, many of their friends, because they act all entitled. They're not grateful. They're not thankful, right? They borrow money. They don't pay it back. They don't get up off their ass. They don't try to make things happen while they are having these favors given to them. Next thing you know, they're homeless. I mean, if somebody gave me like a week to go live at their place because I went homeless or something and gave me, a couple of $100 or $500 or something like that, I would not sleep. I would be spending literally every second of the day just trying to find a job, trying to find like some side gig, anything where I could pay the money back right away, put some money in my pocket and get out of their place and just get back on my feet. And in the meantime, cook them dinner every time they come home from work. I want to have a meal prepared for them, right? Or anything they need to do, clean up the place, vacuum, clean their car, anything I could do for them, I would do it for them, letting me stay with them for free, right? I wouldn't just lay on the couch like a bum, sleep all day, play video games, and take advantage of their generosity, which a lot of homeless people have done in their past, right? So when I see a homeless person, I mean, immediately all of this stuff flashes through my mind. And I'm like, I know how you became homeless. I mean, if the person's not crazy, if they're not in a wheelchair, I mean, again, different story. If they're like in a wheelchair and they're literally handicapped, they have no legs, they were a Vietnam vet, they got the flag on the wheelchair. I've seen guys like that. Hey, I have no problem helping them out because I know our gov will not, right? I have no problem when I see that person genuinely cannot stand on their own 2 feet, right? They're missing limbs, or they're blind. I definitely feel sorry for those people. I've definitely given those people money. But hey, you got 2 hands, 2 feet, 2 arms, 2 legs, and you got a shirt on your back. You're living in America, right? No, dude, I don't feel sorry for you, right? You're not schizophrenic, you're not crazy, you have no mental health issues, and you're out there panhandling. Go screw yourself. Go screw yourself, because I know you burned all your friends, you burned all your family members, and you know what? If you knew me, you burned me too. So I'm not going to give you this buck. I'm not going to give you the $2. I'm not going to give you $5, right? I'm going to give you the finger. I'm going to tell you, you know what? Go take a hike. Go get a job. Go do something, right? Stop relying on people and stop pissing all over people. Go apologize to your family and your friends for taking advantage of them. Go say sorry. Start being thankful for what people have given you, and start trying to pay those people back, right? That should be your number one goal, is getting off the streets and not only putting money in your own pocket, but paying those people back, doing them favors too. All right. I'm done with this coaching video, but as always, just drop your comments below, guys. Let me know if you've known anyone who's been homeless, if you relate to what I'm saying here, if you'd like to add to anything I'm saying, drop them in the comments below. If you feel what I'm saying, drop them in the comments below. And any stories you've had with homeless people and anything you'd like to add, share below. I mean, even with these guys who end up losing everything and going homeless, I mean, as the old saying goes, no good deed goes unpunished. You give them money and they're still not grateful, right? They want more, right? Have you ever had that, by the way? You've given a homeless person like $1. Oh, is that it? Just $1? I've had that. Or I've like, somebody's like panhandling and I'm like, I don't really carry cash, but I have some change. I'm like, give the guy his change. And he's like, oh, I don't want this change. Here, take it back. Fuck, give it back, dude. This is why you're homeless. I think I even told that guy that. I was like, this is why you're homeless, dude. You're a dick. No, you're the dick. I was like, no, I was trying to give you money. So share below, guys. As always, this is Matt Cross from AlphaMaleSecrets signing out. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Hit the subscribe button as well. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. Also hit the notification bell so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on my YouTube channel. Okay? And for you guys who want to support my work and everything I'm doing here and all this education and red pill enlightenment I'm teaching you, hardcore truths about life without filtering myself at the risk of being canceled, right? Because a lot of what I talk about is not politically correct, but it's true. It's based on reality. It's based on observational reality. Best way to support my work is by becoming a premium subscriber of my premium AlphaMaleSecrets channel, which I'm hosting on a private platform away from YouTube, and I'm doing that to protect my content from YouTube in the event they try to shut us down one day. They won't be able to, because we'll be on this private platform that I'm paying for, right? And right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of premium AlphaMaleSecrets content from me. So take advantage of it. Right now it's only $1 for the entire first 30 days. So take advantage of it, guys. It's the best way to support my work, and I would greatly appreciate it. So click the link below. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I'll see you in my next coaching video. I'm out.